America's small towns all hold quiet stories, but this one begins in a peaceful little town in Ohio, where dreams were small, but hearts were full. Emma, a 24-year-old girl, lived in a simple wooden house with her mother. Every morning, she stood outside with a cup of warm coffee, watching the sunrise over the rooftops, wondering what life might look like beyond this tiny town. She always dreamed of going to New York City, the place of endless lights and endless stories. But her own life had taken a different turn. When Emma was 18, her father passed away unexpectedly. A year later, her mother fell sick, so Emma quietly buried her own dreams. She stayed, she worked, she took care of her mother, and she accepted that her big dreams may never happen. Life became simple, predictable, almost silent. One rainy afternoon, while cleaning the dusty attic, Emma found something that froze her heart. A small wooden box with her father's handwriting on it. Her fingers shook as she opened it. Inside was an old yellowed letter addressed to her. She took a deep breath and slowly unfolded it. Emma, if you are reading this, life has tested you. But listen, you were born to see more than this small town. Go to New York, follow your dream. Do not let fear decide your future. Love, Dad. Tears streamed down her face. For years she had forgotten how it felt to dream. But in that moment, her father's words woke something deep inside her. That night, she couldn't sleep. She held the letter to her chest, reading it again and again. When the sun then began to rise, she whispered to herself, I'm going. The next morning, she packed a small suitcase. Her hands were trembling, but her heart felt alive. She hugged her mother tightly. Her mother, with a soft smile, whispered, Go, Emma, live the life you deserve. And just like that, Emma stepped out of her home and onto a new road. At the small bus station, she turned back one last time to look at the town that held all her memories. Then the bus doors closed, and Ohio slowly disappeared behind her. Hours later, New York City exploded before her eyes. Bright lights, rushing crowds, cars honking, skyscrapers touching the clouds. It was overwhelming, but it felt like magic. Emma found a tiny room in Brooklyn, barely big enough for a bed and a lamp. She started working in a local bakery to survive. Days were long, nights were lonely. Some days she felt like she had made a mistake, but every night she reread her father's letter, and that letter kept her standing. Winter arrived. The city grew colder, harsher, louder. One evening, exhausted, Emma walked across the Brooklyn Bridge. Snow fell around her. Her breath was shaking. She stared at the city lights and felt her heart breaking. Maybe I'm not good enough for this place, she whispered. But then, she looked at the Manhattan skyline glowing in the distance, and she remembered her father's words. Follow your dream. With that, Emma wiped her tears and made a decision. She would not give up. The next week, she joined a photography class. She began capturing New York through her camera. The beauty, the chaos, the loneliness, the joy, strangers laughing on sidewalks, sunsets behind tall buildings, street artists performing in the cold, and the quiet moments that most people never noticed. She posted the photos online. Weeks passed. Then, one morning, her phone started exploding with notifications. Thousands of likes, hundreds of comments. People from all over America were sharing her photos. Her heart raced. A few days later, she received a phone call. Hello? Is this Emma? We're from New York City Magazine. We saw your photography. We would love to hire you as our junior photographer. Emma's voice almost broke. She couldn't believe what she was hearing. That evening, she went to the rooftop of her building. The Manhattan skyline stretched endlessly before her, glowing, alive, beautiful. She held her father's letter in her hand and whispered, Dad, I made it. In that moment, she realized something powerful. Life had delayed her dream, but it never took it away. Sometimes a single message, a single word, a single letter can give you the courage to rewrite your entire destiny. And that old letter became the first page of the life she always wanted. This is Emma's story, a reminder that dreams may sleep, but they never die.